samples some kick drum into the NN19 just to kind of give you some examples. I'm going to right click and go down and hit reset device. So the device will be clear. So when I reset the device, you'll notice the key zones all went away. So when I'm looking at this, essentially the first sample I put in should be distributed amongst the key zones. Now, what we need to do with this is we need to have the key zone highlighted, and then we just hit the sample button. Now, the sad part about this that I don't like, as soon as I hit the sample button, it starts. There's no like prepping or, you know what I mean? There's no like record enabling. I mean, as soon as you fire it up, it's on. So that's kind of one of the downsides to the way that it works. So we have to make sure we're ready first. So one of the things we need to do is we do need to test out our input. Now I've set up the audio interface. If I go to Preferences, I go to the audio interface. We're on the Inbox Pro. I set it up to 88.2 so we can get an HD sample, nice and easy. On the interface itself, I will need to have one of you test this out for me so we can get the levels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off. I'm going to turn off my monitors so I make sure I have those out. And then what I'll need to do is on the back of this, the hardware device here at the top. This is where the sampling engine resides. So see where it says sampling input? Whatever I put into this patch is what will be sampled. If I want it to be mono, I only need to use the left. Okay. What I'm going to start out with right now, because of the example that I'm going to show you, is just the mono channel. I'm just going to use the front, the one in the front that's going to get the low end. Now, see where it says from audio input? This represents, and you can see they're all yellow, this represents the 8 inputs off of the Inbox Pro. And because I'm patched into channel 1, I'm going to patch channel 1 to left. If I wanted to switch mics and go to channel 2, I just repatch it here. This is also how I would, if I wanted to throw this through an EQ first, I would route it to an EQ and have that EQ routed back into the sampler. On the front side though, this sampling input level, this left-right meter is going to show us the sampling levels as they're coming in. And if I select down here, it's going to open up the big meter in the red. It's going to show just that sampling device in the red here. And in order to monitor this, I actually have to activate the sampling monitor itself. Now the sampling monitor, if it's set, and there's a preference for this. So in the preferences, if I go down here, let's see, down here to monitoring, in the audio section, go to monitoring, it says automatic, record enabled tracks are automatically monitored. And then there's the manual use monitor buttons to activate monitoring. Well, when it comes to this device, this is not included in the preferences. So what we have to do is, if we want it to be auto monitored, we just hit this auto button, which means when the samples get queued off, the monitor kicks on, and when they're done, it stops. But the problem with it is that a lot of times, you know, monitoring it just for that amount of time isn't beneficial. We want to monitor it before, right? So I'm going to click on the monitoring, and you'll see this monitoring levels the volume overall. I could put some headphones on and listen to the monitoring level, but I'm really looking for the overall level itself. So one of you jump up for me and just give me some sample kicks on that kick drum. Just try to be consistent and solid. Yeah, you can go for it, dude. Just give it a whirl.
I'll suck it.
You're fine. Just a little bit of kicking. Just use your good foot. Nice and solid. All right, hold on one sec. For some reason, I don't have channel 1. Hold on one sec. Let me see if... Can we just confirm that the cables are patched in on that front one? Make sure, no, the other one, I'm sorry, the one against the wall. And that the joint that they were attached to, G, can you trace this cable? And just make sure that the joint between this cable and the other cable are attached firmly. It might be a bad cable. Try kicking it again. All right, hold on one sec. Let me try something real quick. Go again. Yeah, something's up with the. All right, hold on. Hold, sit tight. Something's up with the. Do me a favor, because I want that kick mic. Switch the cable, or pull the cable out of that mic, leave it on the floor, and steal the one that's attached to the other one there, because that one's working just fine. I want that. We'll have to replace one of these cables. Najee, while he's working on that, could you do me a favor and rerun this cable? The cable the one that's attached to this,
yeah.
I'm assuming is probably the one that's bad. Can you replace it with this?
And that one or this one?
This one. This one that I'm pulling on. Not this good one. The one that's attached to it that's going that way. Yeah. You good? Try kicking it again. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So if we look on screen, do it real quick so you can see it.
Oh yeah.
You see it metering here? There you go. Okay. Now, that one's gonna replace. That one's actually gonna replace the one that you stole it from. Tell me when you're good.
All good, brother.
All right, try a kick again. Yeah, maybe it's this one then. It must be this one then. The one. Okay, you have a cable in your hand now. You have a spare cable in your hand. It must be this one. I wouldn't think it would be because this one seems to be a better cable. Let's take this one out of that chain and send me that end. Just want to have these both online so that we can get these going.
Hey, we sign up like
Right? Look like that's a professional rapper right there.
all our classes are coming into play.
Right? It's all gonna sink in one day. Everything's gonna click from the EQ to the compression, everything.
Fail.
Yeah. Grab that.
And I'll put it in the not meaningless. Gosh.
Cool. So this sampling input, really important to note, is this sampling input is for all devices that sample. Okay, so we don't have to repatch anything for any other devices. As soon as we activate any sampling from any one of the devices that samples, there we go, and we're good. Like it'll fire up right away. So what we'll do is, yeah, let me know when you're good. Actually, you can hand that to me when you have it. Cool. Thank you, sir. All right, try it again. Keep going. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'll show you where we go. Oops. When we go down into the...
So everything I just did is now in there.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I was still just making sure we had enough source level.
Yeah, okay.
So watch what happens. This is the process, okay? So actually, I might just cut this up real fast.